judges are ready. The fighters are ready. The boxing world is ready.
The fight starts now!
How do you like it? On the show.
So aggressive, so focused.
It all comes down to this.
Still the undisputed champion of the world!
Press conference live on DAZN.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the magnificent Caribe Royale here in Orlando, fast becoming one of the homes of boxing in America as the DAZN schedule just keeps on rolling into 2025. A big night of boxing here in Orlando on Saturday night, of course, the big fight between Pero and Jordan Thompson from the UK, and a fantastic undercard as well. Of course, the return of the local hero, Amari Jones as well, Olympian, set to return to Orlando in a big fight. Pat Brown in a huge step up, and so many great fighters on the card as well, which we'll talk about soon. All part of an incredible schedule on the global home of boxing, DAZN. Of course, this week in Orlando, and in 2 weeks' time, we return to Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Near 70,000 sellout at the stadium for the big rematch. Conor Benn ready to defeat Chris Eubank Jr. in the epic rematch from their first fight. The week after that, we go to Saudi for one of the best ring cards I think we've ever seen. Our guy, Bam Rodriguez, trying to unify again. David Benavidez, Noakes against Abdullah Mason. Devin Haney against Brian Norman. What a night of boxing in Saudi Arabia. Before we go to Birmingham for the return or the start of the journey of one of the most exciting fighters in world boxing, Ben Whittaker, November 29th, live on DAZN. December the 6th in Monaco for the best card we've ever seen. Masood against McGrail, Conor Walker against Pat McCormack, Beatrice Ferreira against Elif Turhan, Johnny Fisher back as well, and December 13th in Stockton is a banger. Pacheco against Saggio, 51-0 between them. Joe Cordina in a massive fight against Gabe Flores. The return of Tito Mercado, Sky Nicholson in a huge fight as well. And December 20th, an announcement coming soon for our first ever show in Africa as well. And the 27th of December, we will be back in Saudi Arabia for a huge night for Japanese boxing with Naoya Inoue returning. And that is the schedule from now till the end of the year. And wait till you see what we've got for you in 2026. But here to talk about the show on Saturday night, it's amazing to be back at the Caribe Royale. It's been a huge part of our schedule. Amari and the team here done the most magnificent job. And Amari, another banger on Saturday night for Box Lab, and some big moments for your fighters as well.
Yeah, Eddie, thank you. First of all, I'm exhausted just listening to the travel schedule. So what an incredible finish to the year for Matchroom. But we'd like to welcome you and the Matchroom family back to Caribe, back to Orlando. We've got some great fights on the card. I think the people in attendance and those watching on TV are going to be able to see a great card. We've got Carlos De Leon, the top Puerto Rican prospect, fighting now in Orlando again for the fifth time. So we're glad to welcome him back. Carlos, multiple Pan American game winner, made his debut about a year ago, and he's been steadily moving up since the ladder. So we're great to have him back here, especially in front of all the Puerto Rican fans in Orlando.
And obviously as well, Ingram against Gomez as well, an absolute banger. Your man Gomez gone missing, not here at the press conference. Atravanus, a big fight for you as well coming.
Yes,
your man's not here. Amari, talk to us about that one. Big fight, a local fight.
I think it's a fantastic fight. First of all, Travius Ingram has local prospect from Kissimmee, and he's grown up through the fights here in Orlando. I think this is probably about the fifth time he's fought at Caribe Royale. So
9 times.
9 times at Caribe Royale. But he always brings a huge crowd out with him. You know, we've been able to see his progression from when he started to now. Undefeated record. Yoelvis Gomez, former Cuban national team member, also has been growing steadily. And it's really a 50-50 fight. And I think it's going to be one of the best fights on the card. They both have come-at-you styles. So I think it's going to be great for the fans in attendance. Love to hear what Travius has to say.
Shoot, honestly, for me, I'm going to show my skills and show you it's way past 50-50, for sure.
To be honest with you, I can't believe the disrespect that Gomez has showed you by not turning up. In fact, I was in the toilet with him earlier. You should have heard some of the things he was saying about you. Awful. How do you feel about that?
I don't feel no way. I'm going to let my skills pay the bills, and I don't really got to do too much talking or disrespect. He going to feel me when it's time.
Good man, good man. Carlos, a quick word from you as well, with Kieran as well. You've been very active since the start. Amari's done a great job with Box Lab, seen you fight in Puerto Rico, of course, many times here as well. Looking forward to a great finish to the year and a busy 2026.
Sí, en primer lugar, Carlos, qué bueno verte de nuevo. Has sido un boxeador muy activo, el gran trabajo que ha hecho Amaury también con Box Lab. Te vimos pelear en Puerto Rico. La idea es terminar el año de una forma muy fuerte y buscar un muy buen año en el próximo año de 2026.
Si eso es lo que están buscando, se lo vamos a dar este sábado. Y muchas gracias a mi promotor Amaury por realizar este sueño y seguimos.
Yeah, that's what we're looking to do this Saturday, and I want to give thanks. I'm very grateful to my promoter, Amara, who's allowing me to continue on this path that I'm on, which is a dream for me, and we're going to continue to work hard.
Thank you, Carlos. When we talk about the talent pool at Matchroom, over 100 fighters globally, the young fighters that we're representing right now globally, for me, on another level to any stable in the world. One that's incredibly important to us for many, because he was a fantastic amateur. You saw him, of course, in the Paris Olympics as well. Secondly, because I believe he's a future world champion. But three, he carries the nation of India on his shoulders as really the first fighter in many years to come out of that country that I believe can go on and truly win world championship. Nishant Dev, welcome back. It's been a very active period for you. We saw you recently, of course, in Texas as well. Ready to go again here in Orlando on Saturday.
Yes, definitely. I'm ready. I'm sharp. I'm feeling great. My shape is better than before my 3 fights. And back to ring, I'm feeling very happy. And this is gonna be my 4th fight. And I'm sharp. I'm ready to do my job. And I'm here to win. And I'm gonna show the world. I'm gonna prove everyone wrong. And I'm gonna show the world that there is a guy who came from India, the only boxer, and to be chasing a dream, becoming a world champion.
One thing that's been massive for you is embedding yourself in that camp with Ronald Sims, your trainer, and Shakur and Crawford and all those guys, Ray Ford, that you're spending time around, Keyshawn as well. Just some tremendous talent as well. You know, a level that you believe you belong at as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'm being around with the great fighters like Shakur Stevenson, Ray Ford, Keyshawn, Zakin Moses, Marquise Taylor. I'm sparring with them. One of my best sparring partner, Marquise. Thanks to him, he makes myself tougher than before and makes me prove I am stronger than ever. And being surrounding with the champions makes my mentality more stronger than I've ever been.
We have so many prospects from around the world, and many of them are in the same weight class as well. We had it recently with Giorgio Vizioli and Zaquin Moses. One day, I believe, they'll fight in a huge fight, potentially for the World Championship as well. And, you know, we know as well, Amari Jones, you two shared some brilliant contests in the amateurs as well. You're both on your paths within boxing as well, but I know that that's a fight that we could see as a huge moment for the sport.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. I just want to say to let them win the fight, and I'm gonna see them on the road of world champion, you know, in the 154. If they make it, I'm gonna be 100% fight with them, and going to prove myself every time. I'm going to prove myself 100% better than ever. So I'm ready for everything now, later, whenever.
Thank you, Nishant. When we talk about great prospects around the world, you know, for some people here in the room or watching from the American audience, you won't know about a manager called Sam Jones from the UK. One of the best managers in the sport, but also one of the most annoying people in the world, because what he does is he's harass you about his fighters, and all he does is tell you how amazing they are and how they're going to be the future of the sport and world chat. And you know, he's got a good eye for the sport. I don't know whether he fluked this one here on the right, but for me, Pat Brown, when we talk about world prospects at the moment, I believe this is the absolute cream of the crop. I mean, in terms of UK talent, we've got some unbelievable talent. This guy is one of the best young prospects I've ever seen. 4 fights into his professional career, all of a sudden on Saturday makes his US debut against a former world champion, Felix Valera. This is the kind of step up that you want. There's a great fighter called Tristan Calroof, who's a Golden Boy prospect. I think he's 17-1. Just had a good 10-round points fight against Felix Valera. This guy's going in 4 fights in. Wait till you see this guy perform. And Felix is a serious fighter. former 175-pound world champion. We promoted him before. He lost to Dimitri Bivol on points. This is a big, big step up. Felix, firstly, welcome. I've given this guy the big build-up, and this is a big fight for you and massive experience going in against a young prospect on Saturday.
Sí, Félix, en primer lugar, bienvenido. Acabo de hablar cosas muy positivas de tu oponente, pero obviamente es una pelea muy grande para ti también. Es como la experiencia que tienes tú contra un gran prospecto en lo que sería tu oponente.
Muy buenas tardes, Dios me lo bendiga, me lo siga bendiciendo a cada uno de los que estamos aquí, que el público hermoso que hay aquí. Me siento más agradecido con mi manejador Dominic Boss por pertenecerme aquí, de nuevo pelear en Estados Unidos, y me siento agradecido que estoy peleando con un bolseador, sabe que no le quito mérito a ningún bolseador. Uno viene a salir por la puerta grande, a dar lo mejor esa noche, y que vaya el público y se goce de cada bolseador y que Dios me lo siga bendiciendo a cada uno.
Yeah, so first I want to say, thank you to all, the beautiful fans that have come here to be present at this press conference. I want to say thank you to my manager as well for always getting me these big fights in the US, and I don't want to disrespect my opponent at all. I'll be leaving through the front door on Saturday night, but the most important thing is that all the fans that are here present, enjoy a great night of boxing.
Thank you, Felix. Pat, I know that you won't get too carried away with the hype. You've been around boxing for a long, long time. You're fully aware of the challenge that presents itself on Saturday, but things starting to get interesting now. Your first 10-round fight, just 4 fights. Bring something different.
Yeah, he definitely brings something different. You've just listed off all what he's achieved in the sport, and yeah, it's my 5th fight in America. It's what, prospects are dreaming of, and I'm living it, and I pinch myself every day. And this is what it's all about for me. And I'm not one of them fighters where, getting in with journeymen and, listen, you learn. There's some tough journeymen out there, but I want the real fights. And, my opposition, he's been in there with the best. He was once the best. So I'm going to learn a hell of a lot from this fight. I'm not underestimating him. You will see the best version of Pat Brown. And it's a 10-round fight. I've only ever gone 4 rounds as a professional. So there's going to be some people saying, oh, is he biting off too much here? Then he can chew. But wait and find out. I know what I'm made of. And this is where you get shown if you've got the material to go to the top. And I'm ready to display that Saturday evening. And, yeah, I'm loving it.
When you look back, I know we're having breakfast this morning, but we talked about the professional debut only came in, March? You are 7 or 8 months into your professional career. This is your 5th fight. You're having your US debut. You headlined your own card for your professional debut. You fought in some of the biggest stadiums in the UK. You fought in front of nearly 20,000 outdoors in Belfast last time out. It's been a pretty good run so far and getting valuable experience every time.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, when we're negotiating at the start of the year, you've stuck true to your word, the whole of Matchroom have. And yeah, that's the way we are as people. It's all about trust, and I'm delivering, you're delivering, and this is, I've only ever dreamed of this as a fighter. I don't really want a career where I'm having loads and loads of fights where they mean nothing. I want to give fans like proper, grueling, nasty nights that they can remember and just say, God, that kid can have it, because that's all I care about, really. And yeah, I can't wait. This man's definitely going to bring it. I respect him a hell of a lot. And yeah, he'll get the best out of me.
Well, brilliant matchup in the cruiserweight division. Pat Brown against former world champion Felix Valera on Saturday night. Part of a huge undercard. And before we break for part 2 of this press conference, as I mentioned before, just nearly 2 weeks away from an epic all-British grudge match rematch between Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr.
Versus Ben 2. For over 3 decades, 2 names have been carved into British boxing legend, the Eubanks and the Benns. From the father's sequel in the 90s to the son's sequel today. The greatest rivalry British boxing has ever seen. Their first fight was a modern classic, a fight of the year contender in front of the entire nation with the world on the edge of their seats. And this November, it's the rematch. Chris Eubank Jr. looks to close the case once and for all, while Conor Benn looks for his revenge. The greatest families in boxing go to war once again on DAZN. Eubank Jr. versus Ben 2, November 15th. Watch only on DAZN.
Following that fast turnaround here in Orlando, part one of the press conference done. Now we move to part two. 2 fights up here, very, very important, not just for US boxing, but for the global heavyweight scene as well. Of course, the main event, Lenier Pero, the big Cuban heavyweight, number 3 in the world with the WBA, against former world title challenger at cruiserweight, Jordan Thompson. Joseph Metu as well, a big step up for the incredible Amari Jones, one of the best prospects in world boxing, and particularly in US boxing. Of course, we saw him win medals in the Paris Olympics. This young man has been incredible so far in his journey as a professional. Amari, before we go to the fighters as well, a brilliant main event. I mean, your guy, Lenier Pero, we joined forces with BoxLab, a guy that you believe is a world heavyweight champion in waiting. I know our guy, Jordan Thompson, coming to fight, huge puncher. This is a very dangerous matchup.
Listen, I think it's a you know, I've watched Jordan on TV before, watched Jordan on tape, so I know he's coming ready, you know, moving up from cruiserweight to heavyweight, probably a good thing for him. So, you know, he's coming, he's making his comeback after a couple of years, and he comes to fight Lenier, you know, former Olympian, or Cuban Olympian, and he's dead set on being the first Cuban heavyweight champion in history. And that's his goal, and that's what he's focused on, and he's in the best shape of his life. He's looking good, he's focused, and I just think it's going to be a great fight between the two of them in what's always going to be the glamour division of boxing.
Thank you, Amari. As we said before, I saw Amari Jones make his professional debut in Orlando. This city, of course, his home, but also one that's very important to him. And we believe he's going to be headlining here for many years to come, moving into major stadiums as well. Joseph Metu, the opponent, coming in, the toughest test of his career so far. Joseph, welcome. I know your English is small, but looking forward to a great fight on Saturday.
Thank you so much. First of all, my English is not a good, but I'm trying to speak in a few words. I promise to fight well and I win this fight. So because I fight with the youngest boxer, I'm experienced boxer and a technician. So I promise to win this fight, and I thank Frankie Wallen to give this chance because it's my first time to reach Orlando, Florida. I will show you good games in order to understand about Tanzanians. So this is a big chance. So I will fight as a golden chance. And I promise to win this fight. So because I fight with the youngest boxer, I'm an experienced boxer and a technician, physics are all over brain, and I will play good fight. I promise all majority to attend here to support us.
Well, that was. What about a round of applause? That was phenomenal. Hey,
great job.
Yeah. They said only a little English. That was unbelievable. Well done, Joseph.
Good job.
Well done.
No, I'm trying.
Very good, very good. Yeah, I know. Wow, that was good. Joseph, thank you. Amari, I keep saying to Kevin Rooney, our matchmaker, we need rounds. You know, all these great young prospects, no one's been able to give you the rounds so far. Everybody talked about when you turn professional, how skilled you are, you know, what a great technician you are, but no one really necessarily talked about the power that you possess as well. You're slicing through these guys coming through. We believe that this guy is the man to give you rounds on Saturday, but what a moment back in Orlando in front of your people.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Eddie. A great moment to be back in my hometown, Orlando, Florida, and to be the co-main event is something special for sure. And for as my opponent, we definitely looking for rounds, and, you know, this is a guy that he went overseas to Russia, went the distance with him, and another fighter that I actually sparred with, Anthony Velasquez, he went the distance with him. So he's coming in tough, but we plan on being the first one to stop him. He's been a distance with all his opponents, and I come to put on the show.
It's been a fantastic start for your pro career as well. You fought, you know, all over the country as well. How do you analyse the start to the professional code? Obviously, we saw you as one of the top US amateurs in recent times as well, medaling in the Paris Olympics as well, but really starting to find your feet now and understand this pro game.
Yes, everything that we talked about from the beginning, like I tell the story, right after my last fight, you came to Paris, Right after my last fight at the Olympics, we talked, and everything is going according to plan and what we promised.
Well, we can't wait to see you back in action. Amari Jones, one of the top prospects in US and world boxing as well. In tough, hopefully, this Saturday night. Maybe Joseph is the man to give him rounds and compete in Orlando. When we talk about the heavyweight division, like Amari said, the absolute flagship division of the sport. Amari, who knows boxing inside out, came to me a few months back, or about a year ago now, and said, we believe we have the heavyweight world champion in waiting, in Lenier Pero. Of course, his brother as well, a fantastic heavyweight. We saw him fight recently here, and now a big step up. This guy is WBA number 3. He's right on the verge of becoming the mandatory challenger for the world heavyweight title. To my left, Jordan Thompson, probably one of the most skilled fighters and underrated fighters that people in boxing have talked about for a long time. This is a massive roll of the dice. You know, for those that don't know, Jordan Thompson couldn't make cruiserweight anymore. And before we left the division, he decided to roll the dice there as well and fight one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world, Jai Opataya. He lost that fight. We knew he was moving to heavyweight, but we never expected him to go straight in against the world number 3 in Lenier Pero. Jordan Thompson is a phenomenal athlete. He's a phenomenal puncher. And up at cruiserweight now at 240, 250 pounds, what you see is a specimen of an athlete in Jordan Thompson. And he's coming with real danger in this division. He's also up against the danger of Lenier Pero. Jordan, welcome. You know, we talked about rolling the dice. You've done it before. You're here to do it again. Victory on Saturday puts you bang in line for a shot at the world heavyweight title, a number 5 spot in the world. No messing, no games.
Nah, listen, man, no games, man. Grateful to be here. Grateful to be back as well on such a stage. Just constantly being blessed with opportunities from you guys, so that's something I'm grateful for. But listen, man, it's the sport of boxing. This is my track. Take risks and prosper. So, listen, man, nothing that's worth having comes easy. So it's all about going out there, taking the risks, and believe me, I'm confident in myself and going out there and doing what I got to do. As you said, cruiserweight was a tough ask, but we made the move up. We're taking another risk, another roll of the dice, but it's a calculated one. It's one that I see myself winning. My team are confident in me. I'm confident in my team. I can't wait to go out there, man. I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to express myself, and I'm going to come away victorious.
Yeah, that's important to discuss. You're a bright guy. Your team are bright people as well. This is not just all right, stick me in, let me roll the dice. You believe you can win this fight. This guy, a phenomenal amateur, but as a pro, never really beaten anyone of any major substance in the heavyweight division. There's still questions to be asked. That risk is calculated.
No, it's calculated. It's calculated. Listen, this ain't a sport where you take silly risks and just roll the dice with hope. There ain't no hope involved. This is calculated. This is self-belief. This is belief in the greater God. Believe me, you trust me. We're gonna come up with something. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna have some fun while doing it as well. I think that's the main thing for this fight. I just got to go out there, be myself, express myself, and I think above all, this is the fact I'm going in there and fully believing in myself. So yeah, man, I can't wait. I can't wait. It's gonna be good fun.
Thank you, Jordan. Lenier, welcome. I know that people talked about making sure that as you approach these big moments, you're physically in the best condition you can be in. I've seen the footage that the guys have been getting. The hard work has been done in training camp. I think you come into this fight physically in the best form of your career as well. A big moment for you on Saturday night.
Sí, en primer lugar, bienvenido, Lenier. Sé que mucha gente cuando hablan de esas oportunidades dicen que cuando te viene una oportunidad grande así tienes que estar en el estado físico y mental mejor de tu carrera. He visto en las imágenes, los vídeos que he visto del equipo, la condición en que estás, para ti estás en la condición óptima para este momento y para brindar el sábado.
Bueno, primero que nada quiero darle gracias a Mauri Piedra y a Eddie Hearn por esta oportunidad. Creo que después de dar tantas vueltas estoy en el camino correcto. Gracias por la promotora, por esta pelea primero que nada. Y sí, para esta pelea me he preparado muy bien, he estado siempre mentalmente y ya que estoy en el camino correcto voy con todo. Creo que el sábado será una gran noche. Siempre he demostrado que soy un buen guerrero y siempre estoy listo para las grandes oportunidades. Y nada, darle gracias a Jordan Thompson también por cruzar el charco y darle la bienvenida en los heavyweight y demostrarle que esto no es cruiserweight, que I'm ready to go for him.
Yeah, so firstly, I have to say thank you very much to my promoter, Amari and Eddie Hearn, for this opportunity. I think you know as well, when you come into these fights, how ready you need to be. and I feel like I'm very much in the best physical shape, mentally and physically, for this fight. I think you know as well from the fights that you've seen me in that I'm a great warrior. So again, very thankful for this opportunity. I want to also welcome my opponent, Jordan Thompson, but also say to him that this is not cruiserweight, and you'll see that on Saturday night.
He says that this is a calculated risk, which means that maybe he doesn't believe that you are the fighter that the hype suggests. He's a huge guy. He hits very, very hard. He has tremendous speed as well. What makes you so confident that you win this fight on Saturday?
Sí, cuando él habla de la pelea dice que es un riesgo calculado. Eso quizás habla de que él no cree lo que la gente dice de ti en cuanto a tus habilidades en el cuadrilátero. Porque estás tan confiado que tú puedes ganar esta pelea del sábado.
Realmente esto es un deporte de combate, esto es los heavyweight, y realmente yo sé de la forma que me he preparado y de la forma que estoy listo. Es un riesgo porque no podemos negar que es un buen boxeador, pero yo sé de qué estoy hecho, para qué estoy hecho, y en la manera óptima que soy un buen boxeador. Creo que he peleado, he tenido buenas oportunidades, he enfrentado entre las cortas carreras y pocas peleas que tengo, he enfrentado buenos boxeadores, y por eso se me considera como un buen boxeador, y nada, estoy listo. Sabe que es un riesgo grande el sábado de la noche.
So yes, when I'm talking about the different fights, the reason why I believe that I can go on and win this fight is because I feel like I've prepared really well, and I feel like I'm completely ready for this fight. I feel like also I want to go in and show what I'm made of, and I believe I can do that. So going into this fight on Saturday, I feel like I can go in and I can show what I can do, and I feel like I have prepared so well for this fight, and I'm completely ready.
Well, thank you, Lenier. Thank you, Jordan. One thing I'll say is do not blink in this fight. A big heavyweight fight that can take the winner on to push to that mandatory position for the world heavyweight title with the WBA. It's a big moment. Amari Jones returns as well. As I said before, Pat Brown in a tough fight against Felix Herrera. Ingram against Gomez will be a war. Carlos De Leon, Nishant Dev, a packed night of boxing live from the Caribe Royale, exclusively live on the global home of boxing, DAZN, this Saturday. We're going to face the guys off here, and we'll see you very soon. Thank you.
live on DAZN.